Well, Coach, before we turn the page here to the first MAC game of the year, let's look back at the win over St. Francis. I assume there are a lot of things that you had to be happy about. We can start with your offense and Al-Jay Henderson and Victor Snow continuing to sort of emerge as your key go-to guys. What did that mean to the progress of this offense?
No, that's always good to see. We ran the ball well. We were able to connect down the field on some deep throws. We were able to take advantage of some good field position early in the game, following the block punt and so forth, to build an early lead. So a lot of good production out of those guys, and we were able to play a lot of people, not just on offense, but in all three phases, which bodes well for weeks to come.
Defensively, you didn't give up a first down till almost a 2-minute warning. You hold them to 11 yards rushing. I think beyond that game, the first two games, how pleased are you with what your defense has been able to sort of set a tone to the opponents?
We've been able to limit explosive plays, and that's a big part of it. I think we're slowly getting better on the back end, and we're leaning on our front seven. That's the strength of this football team. It needs to continue to be, and it's nice to see those guys generating a pass rush with just the front four and not having to constantly bring a fifth or sixth guy to try to get home.
And, of course, nothing makes you happier than seeing your special teams make some big plays. A block punt is always a dramatic play, but overall, where's your special teams at? Except for your punter that we didn't see on Saturday, which isn't the worst thing in the world.
No, we punted enough against Minnesota, so it was nice to give him Drennan the day off. Of course, he is our holder, and he's done a nice job in that capacity. And Jack Howes continues to do a nice job kicking off and kicking field goals. It was great to get the block punt. Connor Henderson, who's a grad transfer from Cornell, executed that well. We almost got another one. Rex Simmons came close later in the game, but we need to make impactful plays on special teams this week and in the coming weeks.
Talking with Bulls head coach Pete Lembo as you get ready for the Bulls and the Kent State Golden Flashes. You have called this championship game number 1 in reference to playing a MAC game. Why are you putting that title on it?
Well, I don't know the exact percentage when it's 1/8, but whatever that percentage is, right? This is 1/8 of your goal towards getting to Detroit, right? This game matters just as much as any game that we'll play in the month of October or November. So you've got to be at your best here. This is a rejuvenated Kent State program that won a home game in dramatic fashion in the first game, played a very, very good Texas Tech team last week, but they're going to come into this game confident, defending their home turf. It's going to be a noon kickoff, and they're playing much, much better in all three phases. So we've got to ramp up our sense of urgency here and take the next step forward in terms of our overall execution as a team.
We're coming off the first NFL weekend, and that leads me to want to ask you about, you have 8 Bulls players in the NFL, from Khalil Mack to Malcolm Kuntz to the 3 guys on the Bills to, of course, your guy, Sean Dolak. What does that mean to your current players and your program to be able to point to those guys having successful pro careers?
It's significant. Every player that plays Division I college football in some way, shape, or form has the dream of playing at the next level. And when you have players that come through your program that have gotten there, and have been able to sustain careers there and are being impactful with their teams. You mentioned 3 guys with the Bills and what a tremendous comeback win they had on Sunday night. That just reinforces that those opportunities are going to exist for guys in the future.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. It's Learning with Lembo, and I feel like this is as easy a layup as I can give to you. We are headed to the home outside of Cleveland of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Famous Ohio musicians like Dean Martin, Joe Walsh, Tracy Chapman, The Pretenders, Devo. Who are your musical influences growing up?
Well, I've always enjoyed the Pretenders, still do. I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2 times. Love going there, to see whether it's Janis Joplin's Porsche or, some outfit that Jim Morrison wore or something like that. Now, you mentioned Joe Walsh. I did get to see the Eagles live in Las Vegas right after the pandemic was over, and just amazing how that guy keeps going and does what he does. But always enjoy our trips over to Northeast Ohio, and we are not taking the team to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I wish we had a little bit more time to do that, or going to Little Italy in Cleveland. That wouldn't be bad either. But we are going over there to try to get a win, and we will do our very best to make that happen.
All right, rock on, Coach.
Thank you.
It's the Bulls and Kent State. Coach Lembo, appreciate your time as always.
My pleasure.